Hello, we're recording. Right. Very good. All right. Start. Hello. Hello. My name is Muhammad Gozanzulo. Uh, I'm not sure what type of what team I am. I'm doing this individually, but I am from IF48 International, and today I'll be presenting my uh, final statistic project in Rstudio with my data set that I created by myself on field, by the way, regarding spider plants. Now, let's see the data, and let's see the data first. Right. See, so when I looked at the spider plant, three things came to my mind. See, right. Let's see. Right. This is the spider plant. Now, when I see this thing, the first thing that came to mind was just how many leaves there are. I mean, obviously, things like length and width are secondary, but of course, I counted them too. So my data set consists of three elements, three dimensions, which are the leaf length, the leaf width, and the total amount of leaves each plant have. Now, I don't know anything, don't know much about spider plants and or other plants, but so so I created this data set to see if there are any correlations between the leaf length, the leaf width, or maybe even the amount of leaves there are in a single plant. Now, let's look at Rstudio. Right, as you can see here, this is my library. And let me say this, man, I really underestimated just how difficult it is to make a CSV file, because making the box plots, the histograms, the scatter plots, they're easy. Making, oh my god, making the CSV file though, that was quite the ordeal I had to get through. I mean, look at this. This took me 3 hours to do. Anyway, let's see if there are any errors. We set where the file will be read, and then all the libraries. So there's a little complication, but that's fine. Right. So that's how I read the file. Usually I use read.csv, but I had to modify it a bit using read.csv2 and using a separate comma thing, because otherwise my CSV file won't be read. I don't know why myself, but it took me a while to understand that. Right, and then this is how I read my file using data.table. We read this, and whoop, you can see here on the environment, we can click on data, and look at that. You can see it here on the stats project, and then I use head because I had over 50 data. I didn't want to, I went a little overboard when gathering data, but to look at it, there you go. These are all the data I have to do, and this is where my problem went. So I had decimals on my thing here, but for some reason Rstudio didn't accept decimals, so I had to use as.numeric to to force it. Is that okay? So now it accepts commas. See, you can see here in values, because if I didn't do that, it's just gonna stay, these decimals were just gonna be NA. I don't know why, but I have to do it. Now you can see the mean of these. I'm gonna ignore that. Right. And summary of data. Such a neat little concept. You can see the number here. I mean, the number here is quite useless because that's just this. But you can see the leaf length. There's length, class, mode, character, width, leaves, stuff like that. Now, let's go to the plots. Alright, so this is the first plot. To see, kind of see the correlations just by a little bit. It's not as complicated as a scatter plot, a box plot, or a histogram. It's the most simple of plots. We can see the comparisons between leaf length and leaf width. You can see it's not that really related. It's kind of hard to see, but we can tell that between leaf length and leaf width, it's kind of related. Like just by the longer the leaves are, then the wider the leaf gets. We can see that here, though they're not as closely as connected as I thought they'd be. It's still pretty close. And then we can see total leaves and leaf. Right, ran into a little bit of error now there, but alright, I fixed total leaves. I don't know why it didn't work, but now we can see the mean for total leaves. Cool. And now we can see this. Alright, we can see here that, yeah, they're not really related now, aren't they? The total amount of leaves and the total length. We can see an anomaly here. Like, there's one where the total amount of leaves and total amount of length, it's just an anomaly. And you can see here, it's the same with leaf width and total leaves. Not really that related at all. Right. Now let's go to histograms. Histograms are simple. Everyone can get them. Just, list the total amount of leaves and just how many there are. I don't think I need to explain much regarding histograms. They're really easy to understand. Just, look at this. Seems like leaves ranging from 5 to 15 are the most common, reaching up to 20 in frequency. And of course, there's that one anomaly, of course. Next histogram, which is the leaf length, which is a little bit, just a slightly more evenly distributed. You can see leaf length, frequency. You can see that the 16 to 18 mark is the most common. That's just how histograms are. And then we can see leaf width. Yeah, so from 1.2 to the 1.4 range is the most common, reaching up to maybe 18, 19, something like that. Now, okay, that was the histograms. Histograms are pretty easy to understand. I don't think I really need to explain more. You can see the correlations. Just run them all three. Yeah, you can see here. So the closer to 1 the correlation is, usually that's just, that's correlation. The closer it is to 1, then, that's just how closely they are related to each other. You can see here, between leaf length and leaf width, they're actually pretty strong. The 0.75, that's pretty strong. You can see here from the plot from before, right? Like, whoa. Yeah, that's pretty related. Pretty close to each other. And then there's leaf length into the leaves. Pretty underwhelming. Not really that showy. It doesn't really show that much. And yeah, because there's only one anomaly that's like 0.59. I feel like if there was no anomaly, it'd be way lower. You can see the current for width and total leaves as well. Yeah, same thing. But for width, it's a little worse. Right. That's it for correlation. Let's see scatterplots. Ooh, scatterplots for leaf length and total leaves. Yeah, it doesn't really correlate that much. You can see it already from correlation, but from scatterplots you can see it much clearer since it's not diagonal. We can see here, yeah, there's that. Again, that's that one anomaly. There's like 40 total leaves, but the leaf length is just 24. I don't know why. My scatterplot like this, like it's 24, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Why aren't they here? Well, whatever. I guess that's also an anomaly. Yeah, the scatterplot just shows it a little bit more detailed, but the results are pretty much the same. We can see that total leaves and leaf length doesn't really correlate that much with one another. Now this is leaf length and leaf width, which is much more correlated. You can see a little bit more correlation here between leaf length and leaf width, but still nothing much really, right? You can see it a little bit diagonal here, a little bit up, a little bit down over here as well. But yeah, it's a lot more correlated, but not by a lot. Next one. Whoa, look at this monstrosity right here. Yeah, Oh wait, I forgot to change the name. Hold on. Right, that was weird. But it should be normal now. Yeah, normal now. Total width, leaf length. Right, normal. Right, now finally we move on to the box plots. Alright, so this box plot is kind of difficult to see because, well, there's just way too many of them. But you can see here, there's this anomaly right here. It's leaf width, leaf length, so it's still a bit correlated. You can see the diagonal here. Real nice to see. But yeah, from the bigger square plots, box plots, we can see which one are the most common, the more with the most samples. Right. For next box plot, leaf length and width. Oh god damn it! I forgot to change the name again. Give me a sec. Right, that's 2 errors in a row. Ignore that. Right, we can see leaf leaf length and total comparison. Right, so a lot less diagonals. So like I said, the correlation is not that good, but we can see it here. Yeah, you can see the most frequent one of the anomalies. Like, of course, who can forget about the big old 40 anomaly? Right there. Right, and final box plot, similar to leaf length and total. And this one is total leaves and width comparison. I thought I screwed it up again, but yeah, you can see the 40 anomaly there, a little bit of anomaly there, in here, here, and here. You can see leaf length of 14 has the most leaf width. So 14 seems to be like the number in which the length of a plant where the length of the width of the leaf can be in pretty much any zone from small to big. And yeah, I think that's it from me. You can see a little bit more of my documentation here. The photos. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's me. I'm pretty cute. Look at that. Right. That's it for me. That's for statistics final project presentation in Rstudio regarding box plots, square plots, correlation, all that, and making your own CSV file. I learned a lot. Making a CSV file is no joke, especially collecting 50. I can't imagine collecting more than 50, let alone 100. That's it for me. Thank you for watching.